Washington is going back to work this morning, still talking about Saturday's White House Correspondents Dinner. President Barack Obama made his farewell appearance as a guest of honor. He got some really huge laughs, but comedian Larry Wilmore suddenly found himself campaigning to win back the room. Julianna Goldman is in the White House briefing room with two very different performances. Julianna, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the annual event brings together Washington and Hollywood, and it's affectionately known as Nerd Prom. You can always count on the president to take shots at everyone from the press to his political friends and foes. And this year, for his 8th and final year, he showed no mercy.
You all look great. The end of the republic has never looked better.
On his last night as comedian-in-chief, President Obama spared no one, not even fellow Democrats angling for his spot next year.
I am hurt, though, Bernie, that you've been distancing yourself a little from me. I mean, that's just not something that you do to your comrade. If this material works well, I'm going to use it at Goldman Sachs next year.
The president really sharpened his knives for the Republican frontrunner.
They say Donald lacks the foreign policy experience to be president. But in fairness, he has spent years meeting with leaders from around the world. Miss Sweden, Miss Argentina, Miss Azerbaijan. And there's one area where Donald's experience could be invaluable, and that's closing Guantanamo. Because Trump knows a thing or two about running waterfront properties into the ground.
Comedy Central's Larry Wilmore had the unenviable task of following the president's roast.
Saw you hanging out with NBA players like Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. That was cool. That was cool, yeah. You know, it kind of makes sense, too, because both of you like raining down bombs on people from long distances, right? That's true. What?
At one point, he acknowledged some of his jokes missed the mark.
You guys are tough, man.
And later used the N-word in what may be the most inflammatory remark of the evening.
So, Mr. President, if I'm going to keep it 100, yo, Barry, you did it, my did it.
But the night belonged to the president, and with unemployment less than a year away, he made a former foe a possible retirement buddy.
Look here, yeah, you want one?
And dropped the mic on 8 years of laughs.
Obama out.
Donald Trump seemed to shake it off. He told Fox News he thought the president did a nice job. But Nora, he also got a bit defensive. He made sure to point out that he has the best waterfront properties in the world.
Of course he did, Juliana.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
He took the ribbing very well, though. I heard
know.
Donald Trump's interview. He did a good job.
It was the final performance by the president, yeah.
And I thought the president was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are still talking about the Larry Wilmore comments, so it'll be interesting. I know we'll continue at 8 o'clock, but you know, he said if he wanted to be provocative, he certainly did that. And I'm curious. I don't think it played so well in the room, but I'm curious to see how it played outside of the room. I don't think it worked in the room.
Yeah, it's a tough act to follow.
Very.